Maresca plays it out to Coelho, finds Smith, and Alan Smith, 1 minute into this game, has put Newcastle ahead. Not the best of starts for Portsmouth. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam, I am a Super Swan, and welcome to episode 31 of Project Pompey, the start of season 5 of this series, which would make this, I think, the 07-08 season if we're following the 03-04 database, even though we're in the year 2022. It's 2007, alright? Just roll with it. So we are now in a new season, and there's been some very big business happening in the club now that we are a Champions League football team. And I'll go through the transfers to start with, as there is a bit of a story to tell in this transfer window. So we had a few early signings that come in. Paulo Cesar we got from Internacional for 3.3 mil. He's a youngster coming through. He's not one for right now. Plus, we can't get a work permit for him. So we've loaned him out to Osasuna with the idea of if we loan him out for 2 years, he'll get Spanish citizenship and he can come back and be maybe a rotational centre-back. But he is a 5-star potential player. So fingers crossed when he comes back from Osasuna, he'll be a pretty solid player. He's only 18, but he's got some really good stats for a centre-back. So fingers crossed he's going to improve. We've signed Jamie Carragher from Birmingham for 6.5 mil. I wanted to get some sort of reinforcements at centre-back, and Jamie Carragher's got the experience that we need in that centre-back position. He's only 3-star, but our centre-backs were 3-star anyway, so it's good to have some experience at the back. He's probably going to be a ball-playing defender, but we might just change him to central defence, as he's not quite got the first touch or the technique, but everything else, really, really good. We've signed Alano on loan from Arsenal. This is a director of football signing, so we let Fernando Gago go. We've got Alano coming in to be the first choice Mazzella. He's a very good player, 4-star current ability as well. He's worth 26 mils. I'm not sure why Arsenal want to get rid of him, but we're going to get him in for at least one season. He should give us some competition in the midfield. We have signed a striker on a free by the name of Luis Suarez. He's a 4-star current ability striker, 5-star potential. He was going to be the man to be our new striker this season. The problem is we can't get a work permit for him, and nobody wants to take him out on loan. So we've got Luis Suarez sitting in our under-23s and cannot play first-team football. I've applied for a work permit. They've said no, so I think he's going to have to sit in the under-23s until January. We'll try loaning him out or try reapplying for a work permit. So fingers crossed he gets capped for Uruguay. Otherwise, we've got a 4-star striker sitting in our reserves. So we got Robert Huth coming in as well from Chelsea. We got him in on a free transfer, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential. Again, we got him in on a free. He's got really good stats. I'm not sure why Chelsea did let him go, but he's going to be a good sort of rotation player at centre-back. So I was panicking come transfer deadline day. I was a bit like, I haven't got a striker and I haven't got a really good centre-back. So we signed Matajja Kezman from PSV for £25 million. He's a 5-star current ability player. So we brought him in because we can't play Suarez, but he looks like a really good pressing forward. He got all green stats. I'm hoping he's going to be banging in the goals this season. He's going to be the main man playing up front, and hopefully he's going to get us some goals. And we also signed Martin Di Michelis from Leverkusen for £20 million. He was very sceptical of joining us, so I've kind of given him some promises of that. He can treat the club as a stepping stone, and he's got a very low release fee of 29.5 mil. So I can't see him staying much longer than a season, to be fair. I think someone's going to activate that release clause, but we can take advantage of him whilst we have him. He's a 4-star current ability centre-back. So we've really strengthened our defence. We've got a really good striker in now, and we should hopefully be good for the season ahead. As far as major outs go, obviously a few players gone out on loan. Stefanovic we did let go to Porto for 175k. He was 32 years old, and with the players that we were bringing in, they were so much better than him. But he is a Portsmouth OG, and we are sad to see him go. We've got Mike Hank got on loan to Hertha Berlin. Harry de Groot's gone to Berlin on loan. And then transfer deadline day happened. Well, actually, no, before transfer deadline day, we have swindled Blackburn for £22 million for Michael Dawson. he's not a £22 million player. He wasn't really getting into my team toward the latter end of the season, but we've got £22 million in for him. The reason I let him go is that we've got sort of Robert Huth and Carragher to come in to be the homegrown, well, the nation-grown sort of centre-backs for our Champions League squad, so I could afford to let him go. So Michael Dawson, £22 million. And the other major on deadline day was James Milner went to Man United for £56 million. They came in with an offer and I sort of went, give me something stupid, like 56 mil. And Man United went, okay. So we made £56 million on James Milner. I mean, again, he wasn't really a starter for us, and I couldn't really find his best position. I wasn't sure whether it was on the wing or at centre midfield, so we have let him go, but we've made 56 mil off him, so I think we've done pretty well there. So we spent 55 mil, we've got rid of 82. A pretty solid transfer deadline day. As per usual, we've got a few players unhappy because we keep on getting stupid bids in for players. Cech, we've said he wanted to go to Liverpool, but I've told him we're going to challenge for silverware. So last season we promised him Champions League, we've delivered that. So this season we've said, we're going to challenge for silverware. So if we can get past the group stage in the Champions League, I think he'd be pretty happy with that. Van Persie's worried that Kesman's going to take his place. That's not the case. He's going to play on the wing. Messi was disappointed he didn't want to join Arsenal. And I said, well, we're going to be up there with them. So Messi's unhappy. Del Horno's unhappy, but he's our backup. I don't really care about him. Kisnobo's unhappy because he wanted to join Real Madrid. Again, wasn't really happy with the fee. And Luka Modric wanted to go to Newcastle. I was like, nope. Not happening. So, as per usual, we do have a few unhappy players, but give it a couple of weeks. They will settle down. Opening fixtures, we're going to have definitely play Newcastle today. Depending on time, we'll also play the Liverpool game, but we've had a very hard run of fixtures at the start of the season. Look at those for an opening 4 games. Newcastle, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs. Very tough run-in for the first 4 games of the season. We've also got a Champions League Group Stage 4 this year as well. We are in the year 2022, so we do have a Winter World Cup. So we're starting our season at the 23rd of July. Very early start, but it is the Qatar World Cup. So as you can see, November, December, not many games happening. So we have a very unique season on our hands as we do go into a Champions League season. So with all that out the way, let's get the first game of the season underway against Newcastle away from home. This is the lineup. We've got Petr Cech in goal, Taylor, Demichelis, Wan and Kisnobo at the back. Philippe Lahm has picked up a knock. Elano, Modric and Nolan in the middle. Van Persie, Kesman and Messi start up front. I'm very happy with our transfer dealings, and give it a couple of weeks, the players will be happy again. They'll sort themselves out. But we are going to be going up against a very tough Newcastle side who I believe won the Europa League last year. So I'm going to give an assertive we owe Newcastle after what happened last time out as we do get our league campaign underway. First game of the season, Newcastle at St James's Park. A few of our new signings are in the team. How high can we go this season? I think Newcastle's going to be a real test of how good of a side that we are. As Kisnobo gives the ball away straight away, 1 minute in. Maresca plays it out to Coelho, finds Smith, and Alan Smith, 1 minute into this game, has put Newcastle ahead. Not the best of starts for Portsmouth. We are away from home though, so it's going to be a tricky tie against Newcastle, but I'm just worried with our early run-in, we're not going to be where we should be. But Alan Smith puts them ahead. 1 minute into the season, we're already 1 goal down. Corner 6 minutes in from Duff. Whips it in. Demichelis does clear it. Our new centre-back signing. Duff to Maresca. We've got 4 players trying to close down Maresca. A few of them have given up now, but boys, we can't have 4 players on 1 man. But we've pushed them as far back as their centre-backs. So we're pressing really well here. We are limiting them. But I'm just scared that 1 long ball is going to undo everything. But Van der Vaart plays it into Duff. He switched flanks. It's a long highlight. Plays in Cheverton off the butt. It's in the goal! How has it gone in? 7 minutes in, we're 2-0 down. It's an absolute disaster from Portsmouth. How did this go in? Duff plays it inside to Cheverton. It's a curler, hits the post, and it comes off check. We've really started this game poorly. 7 minutes in, 2-0 down. Corner from Duff, 11 minutes in. We're on free fall at the moment. We've given away 2 cheap goals. The second one definitely being a cheap goal. But Woodgate to board on. It's all Newcastle at the moment. They've only had 1 shot on target and scored 2 goals. But it's been all Newcastle. Duff plays to Van der Vaart. I'm just currently watching the Newcastle show. Smith in the box, takes a shot. It's 3-0. It's 3-0 to Newcastle, 12 minutes in. We are being dismantled and destroyed. What is going on with this team? Not the best start to the season. Newcastle have absolutely demolished us. Smith beats the slide and he puts it in the goal. 12 minutes in, with 3-0 down. Coming up to half-time, we've had no further highlights, but we don't need any more highlights. Newcastle have turned up in the first 12 minutes. They've had the possession. We've not been in this game whatsoever. I think it's best we go back to cautious because our positive approach just simply is not working. I mean, don't get me wrong, right? The second goal was an absolute fluke. The third goal, Smith turned our defence inside out. But it's not been the best of halves, and we've been absolutely demolished here. But Alano's struggling to perform on a 6.2. I'm going to give an aggressive. That was absolutely terrible. It's been extremely poor. And let's have a look who we can bring off here. Alano, yeah, we'll bring Alano off. He's not had the best debut, is he? We'll bring Yaya Toure on for him. Van Persie's also on a 6.2. We'll bring Morton Scabs Pedersen on for you. And I think we need to sort of play a little bit more simpler here. We're going to go more direct. We'll do what we normally do. We'll sort of simplify the tactics because it's not working. I'm going to leave the defensive line as it is. But it can only get better. Second half. Let's try and win the second half as we go into the second half 3-0 down. 71 minutes, our first highlight of the second half. I just don't want to concede anymore. Or I'd like to see a Portsmouth highlight. That would be pretty good. Because, you know, it would like to see that we are a decent team. I mean, this is not a side that looks like we're in Champions League. We're in absolute freefall. But they've taken their chances. They've had 2 clear-cut chances, 2 half chances, and scored 3 goals. You know, we can't fault them for that. But it is Newcastle again on the ball. We're just watching them playing it around for fun. Diego Colo crosses it. It's 4-0 to Newcastle. Alvaro Recoba. Yeah. Let's just forget about this game. Can we start over? Can we start the first game of the season again? No, we can't. We got to play authentic. Recoba heads it in. It's 4-0 to Newcastle. We've been dismantled and destroyed. Corner, 83 minutes. How many goals are they going to score? It could be anything. It could be 10-0 by the end of this game. But we'll see the rest of this game out through together. Not quite the start of the season I had in mind, to be fair. We knew that Newcastle was going to be a tough game to start the season. But a 4-0 hammering at St James's Park. Newcastle are clear and deserved winners. I mean, okay, they had a few fluky goals at the start, but not good enough whatsoever. Far from pleased from that result. And that's not the start of the season we had in mind. A heavy loss. Not the best of debuts for the players. Tempers flaring. And if I show you the league table, we are at the bottom of the league. We're in 20th place in the league after 1 game. Yeah, not the best of starts, to be fair. So I think what we'll do, we won't show the Liverpool game off. I think we'll come back for the Champions League draw. We'll show you the draw just to sort of get ourselves back into a good mood and see who we'll be getting in the Champions League group stage. Here we go, the Champions League draw for the 2022-23 season, and Portsmouth have been seeded 4th So we are going to get at least 2 really strong teams in our group. Now, I can't remember if they draw the first team first or the 4th team first. So it is the first team they draw first. We might as well draw all 3 pots. So here we go, guys. So let's have a look at these groups and see where we want to go. So Group A, that'll be not too bad. Milan, Betis, Rangers. I think we can get something out of there. We can't go in Group B and we can't go into Group C because we've got English teams in them. Group D, Dortmund, Inter and Dynamo Kiev. That'll be a very tricky group. We can't go to Group E because Chelsea are in there. Group F, PSG, Bayern and Galatasaray. That'll be a tough group. We can't go to Group G. And Group H, Porto, Valencia and Ajax. I think I'd rather Group H or Group A. So we'll do as we normally do. It'll be 3, 2, 1, click. So it's going to be 3, 2, 1, Spartak Moscow. So we won't be in Group A. We can't be in Group B. We can't be in Group C. Group D is going to be very tricky if we get out of that one. So it's going to be Dortmund, Inter and Dynamo Kiev. Oh, I'd rather not. But 3, 2, 1... and I'll let go in there. We can't go in Group E. Group F. So it's either going to be Group F or Group H. So let's have a look. So Stuttgart can't go into Group F, but Copenhagen can. So we're going to be Group F or Group H. Is it going to be PSG, Bayern, Galatasaray? 3, 2, 1, Copenhagen. So that means we are going into the group of Porto, Valencia and Ajax. 3 teams, I would say, we're all there or thereabouts. So that is the Champions League draw. And there's the confirmation. Portsmouth, Valencia, Porto and Ajax. It's going to be a tough group. We're all there or thereabouts. But I think we can get out of our group if we do our best. So there's been a games rearranged, and I might as well catch you up on things since you last left us. We are in 7th place in the league. We've won 4 games, lost 2, drawn 1. But we're doing all right. We're doing better than we did when we lost 4-0 against Newcastle. We did beat Liverpool 4-3. That was a back and forth game. It could have gone either way, to be honest with you. Chelsea destroyed us 3-2. Again, we were very close, but Adriano scored a hat-trick. We can't do much there. But since then, we've done all right. We beat Spurs 2-0. Kesman and Torre grabbing the goals. We beat Leicester 2-1. Elano and Van Persie grabbing goals there. We beat our rivals Aston Villa 2-1. Nolan and Kesman grabbing the goal there. And then the Arsenal game happened where they scored, 3 goals in 5 minutes at the end of the game. 2 in the 90th minute. We should have won that game. We really, really should have won that game. But Arsenal, they managed to sneak themselves out of that game. So I think what we will do is we will come back for... let's have a look. Should we come back for Porto, our first Champions League? Yeah, we'll come back for Porto, our first Champions League game to show off. They will show off Porto and Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. But I'm not too fussed about the Carabao Cup. We might just show Porto and Valencia, to be honest with you. We'll see what happens when we get there. But that's going to be the first episode, guys. We're doing all right. 13 points. 2 points off Champions League, but obviously we're still early days. But we are going to come back for our Champions League group. Valencia, Porto and Ajax. And we'll be showing the first ever Portsmouth Champions League game next episode. But leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Subscribe to the channel for more Football Manager 2019 content. We upload Project Pompey every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 6 PM GMT. And tune in next time for Portsmouth Champions League adventure as we play our first ever game in the Champions League. Thank you very much for watching.